those things all the time. But today, I got introduced to a book, and I'm not I don't come in and preach books ever, but this book is really nothing to do with the industry and really to do about being a winner in life. And I heard a guy at a convention say that this is the best book he ever read about this business, and the guy's been making $1 million a year since I joined 23 years ago. So I thought, well, I might want to read this book. So when I picked it up, what I really enjoyed about it was the fact that they show you how to make your year 4 times bigger. So how would you like to make your business 4 times bigger? And it's called the 12-week year, but essentially the concept is, instead of having a year be 12 months, get your thinking to have a year be 12 weeks. And there's a lot of psychology to it. And again, just like I did last Thursday, I'm not a person who likes to just read off of something like a phone or whatever. I hate doing that, but there's no other way to do this particular chapter. Why is this now not showing up on there? Is it RGB2? Yeah. Maybe it just takes a minute. I'll take iPhone 8's like this projector. I would unplug it and plug it back in. This one? Okay. Give me a second. I thought today I had this nicked. Was it working earlier? Yeah. Maybe we just shut it.
It's showing that other computer.
That's the computer, I think.
Yeah, lift your up. Still.
So it has to be this one.
Or you have the wrong plug in.
Oh.
Maybe just shut off sometimes that works
Okay.
too.
All right.
So I can try to do it.
All right, here's what I'll do. I can still read it to you guys. You don't have to see it on the screen. If this doesn't work, it's not a big deal.
Oh, here it is. Oh, it was just there.
That's okay. I'll put it in here. This way.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just this. This is just the way I was trying to show it through this projector, but it's okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's okay. This you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for being patient with me. One day we'll get this right. How is it that some people seem to accomplish so much, while the vast majority of people never accomplish what they're capable of? If you could fully tap your potential, what might be different for you? How would you change your life if each and every day you performed up to your potential? What would it look like down the road? There's a set of questions. That core concept is what the past dozen so years have been about for them. For years, we have been able to work with clients to execute more effectively, and they want to unlock the secret to helping organizations and individuals live the life they want. And so I believe that we all deeply desire, it's the life that we know that exists somewhere deep inside of us. This isn't a life driven by who settles or gives into the procrastination and doubt, but the optimal you, the best you, the confident you, the healthy you, the you who shows up with your best stuff, making things happen, making a difference, living a life of significance. Being your optimal self sounds great, but how do you become that other you? What does it take to be your best? That's an interesting question, and I've had the opportunity to travel to meet thousands of people, and I ask them, what does it take to be your best? In this book, they'll show you how to get 4 times, to learn exactly what it takes to perform at your best, the unwrap the secrets. The number one factor, I'm skipping around because I don't need to give you their commercial. The number one factor holding people back from achieving what they're truly capable of is not a lack of knowledge, intellect, or information. It's not a new strategy or an idea. It's not a larger network of connected people. It's not hard work, natural talent, or luck. Now listen carefully. Of course all these things help, but they all play a factor. They are not the factors that make the difference. You have no doubt heard the saying, knowledge is power. I disagree. Knowledge is only powerful if you use it. Well, you guys can't see it all, but you'll be okay. Or if you act on it. People spend lifetimes acquiring knowledge, but to what purpose? Knowledge alone benefits no one unless the person acquiring it does something with it. And great ideas are worthless unless they're implemented. The marketplace only rewards those ideas that get implemented. You can be smart and have access to lots of information and great ideas. You can be well connected, work hard, have lots of natural talent. But in the end, you have to execute. Execution is the single greatest market differentiator. Great companies and successful individuals execute better than their competition. The barrier standing between you and the life that you are capable of living is a lack of consistent execution. Effective execution will set you free. It's the path to accomplish the things you desire. Think about the areas of your life where you've fallen short, accomplished less than you desire, or less than you feel capable of. In each of those scenarios, if you look critically, the breakdown is most often in the execution. Take for instance, let's see, but then if I do that, you can't see it this one. Right? Take for instance a new idea that someone has used to create success. How often does that idea fail when a different person tries it? One of our clients is a large insurance company. I swear the guy wrote this, he must have been in financial services, because every reference is financial services and insurance people, brokerages. So that's probably why the guy who said this was so good related to it so much. So one of our clients, let's see if you can relate to this one, okay? One of our clients, a large company, more 2,000 agents. Within that company, there's one agent who's the perennial top producer year in and year out. As you might expect, over the years, other agents have asked him if he would share his approach with them. Without hesitation, the top producer would take time from his busy schedule to walk them through exactly what he did to create his success. Do you know how many people replicated his success? You guessed it, 0. He now refuses to share his secret because no one follows through on what he teaches them, right? 65% of people in this country are overweight or obese. Do you think there is some secret to losing weight and getting fit? The diet and fitness industry is a $60 billion a year industry. Each year, new books are written, published on diet and exercise. When I searched diet books on the internet, my search came back with almost 46,000 results, right? So, does that mean that there's not enough information about dieting? Of course there. You could do financial, whatever subject. This guy just picked that, right? But that's the issue, is we don't execute. We get, how many tools we have in this company, if you really think about it? Right? And we introduce more tools, and the numbers flatline or go down sometimes, or a couple of people go up, and most people just keep doing the same damn thing. Doesn't matter what tool you give them, because it's about execution at the end of the day, right? And that's why I like this book, because it really just cuts through everything, and it's powerful. It helps me myself. I can't tell you. There's and I'm going to continue on, but there's about 8 or 10 of us that just did a full 12-week cycle. We just finished it last week, so this is week 13, and then Thursday we're starting a new 12-week cycle. And we've learned a lot in this first 12 weeks. Hopefully we'll have a few minutes to share that before we end here. Our experience has shown that most people have the capacity to double or triple their income by just consistently applying what they already know. Despite this, people continue to chase new ideas, thinking that the next idea will magically make it all better. Ann Loftman is a great example of the benefits of executing the right idea. Ann is a financial advisor with Mass Mutual in Houston. Do you call on her, Sal? Ann had always done, and by any measure was successful, yet she felt like she was capable of more, was not quite sure how to get there. Any of you feel that way? Yeah. When her managing partner introduced a 12-week year to the agency, Ann got involved. In the end, Ann experienced a 400% increase in production and became the first female associate of the year in a 103-year history of Mass Mutual Houston. What's interesting about this is that she didn't, and some of you guys are going to love this, because this is, I think, huge right here. Listen to this. What's interesting is she didn't start working with more affluent clients, writing bigger cases, or expanding her target market, all things that most advisors pursue to increase their production. Instead, Ann focused on improving her execution by doing what she had already been doing, just doing it more steadily. By consistently executing the critical few tasks and strategies that most supported her success, she was able to create a huge increase, and all this without working longer hours. See, if you do this, you're going to get all that stuff anyways. Sometimes if you focus on that stuff, you don't get it. But if you apply the basics over and over, it's powerful, right? Ann's situation is not unique. We have thousands of examples where individuals and entire organizations have experienced amazing results by learning to execute. So I'm just going to read a few more things to you, and then I'm going to actually give you an example of the 12-week year. And I actually came up with a simple plan for everybody today. Amy, would you mind making copies of this? I'll pass this out. So I'm gonna go through and give you some tangible you can use today, okay? So I want to just go through a few more things with you that I think are important. Most organizations don't lack ideas. Would you agree that we have a lot of good ideas in this company? Whether they're effective marketing techniques, sales ideas, cost-cutting measures, service enhancements, there are always more ideas than you can effectively implement. Boy, is that true. The breakdown is not knowing, but in applying. I know it's a little bit of reputation, but here I love this quote. You can't build a reputation on what you're gonna do. How many of us try to do that?